What's up, you YouTube yahoos? I hope you had a good weekend. It is almost midnight on Sunday, and I kept meaning to make this video, and I kept finding reasons to put it off, so I decided to make it now. Um, I wanted to do a quick video about peptides. If you're not aware of growth hormone peptides yet, I would advise you to start doing some Googling. And the reason behind that statement is that they are a new wave of medicines for a lot of different ailments, such as obesity, dementia is going to be one also, cardiac rehabilitation and prevention for future heart attacks and blood clots and things of that nature, and scarring from heart problems. As I already said, obesity, so weight loss, anti-aging, longevity, even anxiety, you name it. And these things are all isolated amino acids or peptides of the 191 molecule helix that makes up growth hormone. So they're naturally occurring elements, and the ones that I have used personally, seen researched, that have gone to human clinical trials, there hasn't really been any horrible human side effects. One of the kind of related supplements, SARMs, selective androgenic receptor modulators, one of those gave rats cancer when they gave it like 3 times its body weight in the dosage, which is fucking retarded anyways. Like, a human would never be able to ingest that much of the substance, but that was the only negative feedback, and that was GW 51156. But anyways, it's also basically exercise in a bottle. It's a par 5 agonist. It helps you basically expend more energy from body fat and increases your endurance markedly from the first dose without any stimulant effects. It doesn't raise your blood pressure. It doesn't raise your heart rate or your respiratory rate or anything. So again, growth hormone peptides. There's a lot of them out there that are for anti-inflammation that have worked well for me. That's one of the ones that I wanted to talk to you about tonight. This is actually copper. And where I get my peptides, that's a website, hanwestminster.com, House of Nutrition. They've always been really good to me. I don't have any codes or anything, but their prices are all better than anyone else on the web anyway, so you don't really need a discount code. I'm not endorsed or an affiliate or anything. They just have always been really good to me. They communicate well, like an actual person, not a robot. And my stuff all comes in a timely manner, like they one-nighted or overnighted some of this copper to my mother in Virginia because I was excited for her to try it. But the reason I tried it is because I have psoriasis, so it's actually gotten pretty bad. Like, it started probably, it's probably been 5 or 6 years now since it started. And I think I first noticed it on my scalp, just in one little spot. And then it kind of started showing up other places where I seem to have had a lot of scars or falls, like from bicycle motocross, like my elbows and my knees, for example. They all 4 have it. Sometimes it'll show up on my knuckles a little bit. Right now, it's really clear because this peptide, and it's in a nasal spray form. Some of them are subcutaneously injectable. Some of them are in oral form. But the bioavailability is best from the injectable form. I think the nasal form is probably the second most bioavailable. But so that dosage equals 500 micrograms in the morning and in the evening is what I've been taking. So 1 milligram, 1,000 micrograms a day. And I just finished my first bottle. So it's been about 6 weeks, I guess, that I started taking it. And my psoriasis has cleared up by probably about, I would say, 60 to 70%. Granted, I have been doing a better job with my diet and avoiding sugar and caffeine and stuff like that too, which causes inflammation, and therefore it worsens psoriasis. So that psoriasis is kind of like a blessing in disguise for me, because it's made me aware of internal inflammation and how much inflammation actually goes on or can go on in our bodies, especially as we age, if we're not treating ourselves well. So I know that when my psoriasis is behaving well, that my homeostasis inside is probably pretty good too. Um, no one has been able to do anything for me for psoriasis. And another health concern that I've had to deal with on my own is chronic prostatitis from a bacteria, is my assumption. I've never gotten a proper diagnosis. I've been diagnosed with testicular torsion, tested up and down. They're convinced that it's just going to be an STD, and I keep telling them, like, no, it's not, but test away, and then they've done ultrasounds of testicles, of my stomach, and lumbar area, and there was no definitive findings at all. But yet there are periods of just excruciating pain and symptoms that are not something that you'd want to live with for the rest of your life. So it's been a mission. I abused my body pretty badly for years, so it doesn't surprise me that it's kind of talking back to me now. But all in all, I'm pretty blessed to feel and perform the way that I do at 40 years old. I don't really feel old. I feel like I'm still improving, actually, but things like these peptides really make a marked difference, and they're not, as I said, they're not like a stimulant, they're not euphoric, they're not addictive, they're not mind-altering in any way, they're just useful, they just work. So that's why you probably haven't heard of them, because there's going to be great measures taken by Big Pharma to keep a lot of this stuff off the market, because it's going to cut into their profits a great deal, which makes me super happy. I can't wait to see people get some relief from some of these things. I hope it works for my mother as well as it did for me. But the copper primarily is for your skin and your hair, the thickness of your follicles, and then the collagen and elastin levels in your skin, and just the youthful, taut look kind of delays, I guess, the formation of wrinkles a little bit, provided you're doing your part and staying hydrated and not, like, putting baby oil on yourself and laying out in the sun on a 110 day or stuff like that. So, like I said, those of you who know me, like, in my 20s, I was regimented. I mean, as far as my meals, my exercise, my supplementation. I did some competitive bodybuilding, and I was in the best shape that I've been in so far, at least consistently. And it was too much, because I don't do anything in moderation. So I took it too far, and it became a job. And now my fitness is really just about, honestly, looking good naked and just functioning well and being pain-free. Being the biggest person on the planet doesn't really interest me anymore. I do like to try to continue to get stronger and push myself and test myself. But that's not just with weights. Like, for example, today I took, a 12-mile run. And those of you that know me know I don't run unless I'm being chased. I'll do sprints, but distance running, not really something I do. So that sucked, but it felt good to get done, and to make myself do it, and just to kind of develop another type of fitness that I don't work on nearly enough, and that is my cardio. I mean, I do a lot of cycling, but my heart rate very rarely goes above 120 when I'm riding a bicycle. Just I do it so much, I can stay in a good spin and just pretty much average about 20 miles an hour on a road bike for mile after mile. Running, however, that gets my heart rate up pretty good, because I don't I run at like 3/4 speed for like a quarter mile and then stop. I don't run long distances, I run intervals. So they're for shorter bursts, more sprinting power, which is more what I'm built for. I'm not really a distance kind of person, at least not a running distance kind of person. Cycling, yes. Distance running, no. I do have great endurance, but running, my joints were just not designed for it. And some people are, that's just true. You know, it's just not the right kind of exercise for you, and you need to listen to your body. Don't try to make yourself do something that you're not really built well to do. You know, swim, ride a bike, use an elliptical glider, get a skateboard, like any number of things you could do to have fun and burn calories and not have to have the compression and jarring on your joints step after step after step after step after step. So anyway, yeah, the peptides, you know, over the course of my life, I have used anabolic hormones and steroids of different sorts when I was bodybuilding. Now I try to take a more holistic approach, I guess. So besides the copper, I do occasionally use a peptide that's called human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG for short. And that is actually a pregnancy hormone that is responsible for the formation of the testes in male fetus. Now, if a man takes it when he's coming off of steroids or to just restart his own luteinizing and pituitary axis hormones, then that's what it does. It just basically restarts your natural machinery to raise testosterone levels, indigenous testosterone levels. Making sure that it becomes free and usable testosterone is another matter completely, and that's where most people, one of the areas where most people fail when they start to do TRT or any anabolic supplementation of any kind. I'll probably switch back to synthetic testosterone because it's easier to keep your levels where you want them. The natural fluctuations and variables that affect natural testosterone production, it's a sensitive system, you know. Like, if you don't get enough sleep, eat well, live a pretty stress-free life, like your test levels are going to plummet, especially now with all the chemicals and fucking fake food that we're introduced to, and all this shit that's estrogen based, soy based, and causing basically a pussification of the male gender slowly, through implementation of food and chemicals in our lifestyles. So beware, take care of yourselves and read the labels of the food that you eat, because you can't trust anyone else to do what's best for you. You're the only person that has your best interest truly in mind. So keep that in mind. A lot of people only give you a hug so they can twist the knife in your back. I don't say that to be a pessimist. I say that to hopefully save you some time. But anyway, peptides, cool. Save you some time, make you feel a little better, may improve your quality of life, may improve your self-confidence and your self-image a little bit, may totally open a gate of vanity and addiction to something that's not a good thing. So, you know, moderation is the key to all aspects of life. This whole world is just opposites that exist because of the opposite of it. And our job is to find ourselves somewhere happily in the middle and try to stay there. Good luck with that. I don't do well. I bounce a lot, up and down, up and down, up and down. But that's okay. It's manageable. Anyway, I hope some of this made some sense. If you have any questions about peptides, please feel free. These are research chemicals. They're not legal for human consumption. They are for your lab rat and your research projects only. Hopefully that changes soon. But they're not illegal to purchase. They're just illegal for human consumption, as it clearly states on this bottle. So anyway, stay swell, stay swole. Find a way to get 1% better in some way every day. Be good humans. Until the next time, deuces.